Hello there, Matthew Miller on this coronavirus COVID-19 lockdown blog, day 31, and on this one we're going to be talking about the tracking, tracking, Big Brother, and this brings me at the start of the conspiracy laws, saying no to the government tracking conspiracy laws. Yes, although our phones are already being tracked as well because it's building like GPS or something, and let's read it. Oppose postponing government coronavirus tracking falls at the first handle of the data breach. So, and there's the site there from sidnet.com. Oh, let's go there. Here it is there. Postponing government coronavirus tracking at contact first handle due to a data breach. A mobile application postponed to the government of Netherlands as the means to track COVID-19 had already fallen short of the existing security standards leaking US data. The app of COVID-19 was one of the 7 presented to the Ministry of Health, Welfare and Sports, reported by the RTL, news or something. A shortlisted mobile app code was published online over the weekends as the government of the solution. It was not long before the development realized that source files contain user data. Wow. So let's move to the next article. How the coronavirus app work. And yet the contract tracing is a way for some government, including ours, to suppressing the spread of the virus. When one ill, a special team will quickly gather as much information as they can from the patient, then call up for those who had close contact with their infectious as well, and tell those people to isolate themselves. The government says the contact is a must in order for them to even consider relaxing lockdown laws. And how apps work. All smartphones have Bluetooth. When we use to connect our phones to other devices such as speakers, smartwatches, and printers, Bluetooth can be used to communicate wirelessly with other phones. And that's how the app will identify if you've been near. The phone will communicate with each other as you do in a call, and response going to let you say that. Well, I'm going to just go there to the picture. See how the app is expected to work. 2 strangers have the app in their smartphones. Chat for 15 minutes within 1.5 minutes of each other. As I said, their phone will send an anonymous key code to one another. Days later, if he tests positive for COVID-19 and logs the situation to the app, in the last 14 days, keys has been collected from the other phone and into the tracer translates the anonymous key to the contact information of the person who had been near him. The tracer contacts her. Wow. So I think that's how the app really works. So if you saw So if I say like have on the apps on smartphone, if if I go near the person and he also have the apps, the app will let him know that if I did come near him, So it's not a big bother though, yes, because it's going to be one of those, it's just like having an ankle bracelet, but sort of acts differently what an ankle bracelet would do. Well, speaking of an ankle bracelet, coronavirus, people tracking wristbands to tested and forced lockdown. Wow, wow. So no matter if you're healthy or sick, well, you're going to have one of those. Feels like house arrest to me. Because when you're house arrest, you have those ankle bracelets. And up to 50 residents in Sova will be given a device that can record their movements using the GPS satellite location. Of course, Bulgaria is the latest country to test a wristband that can track people's movement during the coronavirus pandemic. Well, sure, yeah. In this, several nations are testing similar wristbands to make sure people are obeying orders to stay at home. South Korea and Hong Kong also been using electronic trackers to help enforce quarantine. Well, to enforce quarantine, the person had to be sick. If you're forcing a quarantine on, like on healthy people, that's house arrest. That's tyranny. And they got one of those ankle bracelets and it sort of even gets better. As it confirming the person to stay home, the device can monitor the wearer's heartbeat and it can be used to call the emergency services. Or if your heartbeat goes up, they just send the ambulance and to pick you up. And boy, yeah, look like that. It's just sort of looks like an ankle. Wow, sure. And yet, yeah, oh now, yeah, with the other than with smartphones, because with smartphones you can just throw them away. But with ankle bracelets, oh, if you did try to cut, it just makes our racket and will alert the authorities. Because then if you're in home teacher, if you did cut one of those ankle bracelets, it will make it will alert them for sure. Yeah, Belgium, where residents are testing and social distancing wristband that vibrates when it comes within 3 meters of another band. Yep, similar how the smartphone app really works. Similar to why. So, boy. And for Liechtenstein, where one teenager will be given a band to track temperature, breathing, heart rate, and transfer to the land, searching for verification and will 38,000 residents will be given a ban, and India announced will be manufacturing thousands of location and temperature monitoring for people in quarantine. In Hong Kong, players can be alerted if people wearing an electronic band leaves the house under quarantine. Well, yeah, if you're sick, yeah, you shouldn't be leaving when you're sick. But yeah, because here's my point. When sick, I'm told to stay at home, that's quarantine. But if you say, oh, it doesn't matter what healthy you are, you still gotta stay home. If you're healthy, that's house arrest. Because from my point of view, I believe that if you're healthy, you should be able to do what you choose. Whatever you choose, because they're sick, so they stay home so they don't really spread the disease. Well, and that's all I got to say for that, and let's move on then. Yeah, and for another one from Healthy Homes. People are using self-checkout because it kills jobs, and yet, well, because it loses jobs towards the checkout operators, and it's called automation as well, and to know that minimum wage actually causes job losses because for companies to survive, they had to like fire workers so they can afford to pay the people as employee. And do you know what the most that's causing the problem? The one who's demanding a minimum wage rise. And yeah. Then you go on to Elon Musk. That man wants to connect your brain to the computer, to the internet. We really want that? Really? That's the far that tries to send out like around up to 42,000 satellites up in space. Something. And even just having just over 100 in space, it's already annoying astronomers. And the next one I ain't going to go to is this is about the social credit score. And yes, it's already been implemented like in China as well. But when the 5 years roll out, that's when it's going to probably be coming next. And of course, you probably might be implemented chip in your hand there so you can just read it to the reader on that dollar. And the push for the cashless society. The Tesla and SpaceX founder announced a goal of embedding chip to the human brain as early as next year to create direct human connection to them. Why you want that? He really wants our brain to be connected to computer. Elon Musk really wants our brain to be connected to the computer. So let's go to that there. And I'm just going to remain silent for just a minute as you see this. I'm going to watch about 50 seconds of it from the beginning, and this gives you a picture.
Everywhere she goes, Ouyang Haoyu is followed. What she buys, how she behaves, is tracked and scored to show how responsible and trustworthy she is. It's called the social credit system, and in one version now being tested, a person's reputation is scored on a scale of 350 to 950. And Haoyu, with a good score of 752, is okay with it. In fact, most people are.
It's a mechanism like pushes you to become a better citizen.
It's big data meets Big Brother, expanding how the government monitors, understands, and ultimately controls its 1.4 billion citizens. Thanks to advances in artificial intelligence and facial recognition, and a web of more than 200 million surveillance cameras. Are people bothered by privacy concerns?
We think the lot of camera keep the safety is really good. We can accept it.
Yep, people. There you have it. And yet, facial recognition, social credit scores, yeah, and that's just to say how obedient you're being good to the state. And Or yet when the scores get like too low, they can just turn off your account. When it gets once the cashless society is in, and that when you did something that what the government doesn't like, they can just turn it off, just like that. And that is scary, people. That's why I gotta say no to this, people. Say no to the cashless society. Say no to the social credit score. Say no to 5G. And also, for crying out loud, say no to the coronavirus vaccine. Which I ain't going to talk about next because it will contain those chips. They're going to probably just put in the vaccine so you won't even know it's in there. And only a person who's stupid enough to take it as well. Which they wish all the lost sheep will be taken as well, but I won't be one of them because I'm smart enough not to do a thing like that. But they could try to scare me or intimidate me to try to make me take it, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to comply. And of course, non-compliance is the only way that's going to help us get somewhere. Yes, is to don't go along what the government wants us to go along with. And this is all I've got to say for now. It's time for me to wrap this up. It's Matthew Miller, signing off, over and out.